These are the things you need to do to prepare for your teaching interview. Hi there, my name is Charmaine, the one and only Miss M. I'm a qualified teacher in South Africa, and in this video, I will be advising you on how to prepare for your teaching interview. Thank you. Once again, congratulations and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe, like to get more info like this. Thank you. Let's get into the details without wasting any time. Thank you. Number one, that I think you need to do that has helped a lot of teachers secure the job is knowing the school. You need to do the research about the school that you have applied for. Go to their social media page and their website. Know their mission, know their vision, and their values, what they value, what they believe in. Be prepared to answer questions like, why do you want to work for the school? Why did you apply for this specific job, right? So when you prepare to answer this kind of question, you must know the school, what is their belief, what is their school culture, what do they practice, what do they believe in, so that when you answer that kind of question, you align your answer to what they want and who they are. I don't know if that makes sense. So if for example, if they believe in, if their mission is to provide quality education, when you answer their question as to um, why do you want to work for their school, you need to give them that. Your answer must be about that. It's because I have the desire, I have the passion for quality education. What? Go into details. You understand? Number two, read the job advertisement very carefully. When you apply for a job, read it very carefully so that you avoid applying for things that you don't qualify for. I know sometimes we apply even though we don't qualify just to try your luck, but sometimes it can save you money to avoid borrowing money, going for an interview in Limpopo, knowing very well that you don't qualify, and then you end up not getting hired after all the effort that you've put. So do the research about that um, job advertisement. You must know the skills and responsibilities they are going to give you, and the skills they want from you as a teacher. You understand? So that when they ask you questions like, what is your role? What role are you going to play in the school? What is your duty as a teacher in the school? You know, yeah, right? You know, because some of them, they will be there on the advertisement. They were going to give you the responsibilities. These are going to be your responsibilities as a teacher, right? So read the job advertisement carefully, know what they want, know the skills they want, know the responsibilities they are going to give you, know the skills. I did mention that, know the documents that they need from you. If they want says, you must have your says, you must have your certified documents, right? And do research about the subjects that you have applied for and the grade that you have applied for, because they are going to ask you questions about your subjects. Yes, content based questions. Please never mind the noise in the background. Um, Content based questions. If you are going to apply, you have applied for social sciences and you've been invited for an interview for social sciences, please know that content. And I know that it is highly impossible to know the entire textbook, but the least you could do is prepare at least for that specific term. If you applied for a job in term one and they called you for an interview in term one, and maybe for grade seven, use take a grade seven textbook and use term one to prepare for your interview. At least have knowledge of that subject and that grade. The next one is know your CV. I know that sometimes we lie a lot on our CV. I know that, but um, I'm not here to judge. But no, you must be sure that you're not gonna, it's not gonna backfire later. the person you put on your reference is someone that you trust and is going to support what you wrote on your CV, right? And if you wrote that you have experience in, you have 3 years experience while you are a newly qualified teacher. uh, I think the best you can do is to just say you have experience in tutoring, mentoring, things like that. Do not make an obvious lie, something that is highly impossible, and know your CV. And always make sure you build up your CV while you're unemployed. Try to tutor, mentor, be a tutor, right? To build up your CV. Know your experience, all right? Because they are going to ask you questions based on your experience, and know the extracurricular activities that you wrote on your CV, because sometimes we write things and when they ask us about what is on the paper, you can't even answer. So make sure that whatever that you write on paper on that CV is something that you will be able to answer when they ask you questions about it. And it's not something that you will forget. Please, please, please. Again, put the right references on your CV, guys. People are not nice. People are not nice. Please put people that you trust on your CV as references. And if you're gonna put someone as your reference, please let them know what you've put them for. If like you said they are your mentor teacher, let them know. Let that person know so that when they receive a call, and they're gonna be asked questions. Do you know this in person? And how long have you worked together with this person? And that person says, no, I've never been their mentor teacher. Or yes, I have been their mentor teacher. I've worked with that person for 2 weeks. Well, on your CV, you wrote that you've worked with them for 6 months. Please let them know. Number 4 is that be prepared. Be prepared to answer all the questions based on your subjects, based on your content based questions, and also your common questions. I wrote some of the things down so that I don't forget, because I have a lot of information to share. So, about common questions would include things like, tell us about yourself. What is your teacher philosophy? Why do you want to work for the school? How would you discipline a challenging or difficult learner in your class, right? But I don't want to go into details of questions, because in the next video I will share with you on what to expect in your interview, like your interview questions, and how you can answer them, right? How you can answer every interview question. And also, like I said previously, know your content, because they're going to be content based questions on that specific subject that you have applied for. Know your content questions, be prepared, and show up, man. Show up. Dress professionally. Dress professionally, okay? I know that this one is for women. Yeah, I know women love makeup. Please don't do too much of makeup. If possible, can you try not to wear makeup on that day? But if you feel like you love makeup that much and you have your own reasons why you would need to put makeup, try to make it, like, try to put a bit of a natural makeup, if that makes sense. Do not do too much. Do not wear like your big earrings. Wear your small, nice, elegant earrings. See the way I'm looking right now, I look very natural. I look very elegant, professional, simple. This is how you can show up for an interview. Do not show too much skin, right? For men, do not wear skinny jeans. Do not, just try to be professional, right? And about skinny jeans, do not wear skinny jeans for any occasion. If you have skinny jeans, please throw it away. Skinny jeans are just not the thing anymore, please. And look neat and clean. Smell good. Right, like I said, and also try not to do too much. If you know you're a woman and you cannot walk in heels, don't wear them. You can still look cute in your palms, in your nice. Like I recommend wearing a palm if you don't wear, like now they call them ballerina flats. See now they're in fashion. They're even calling them all these cute names. Marapam ke palm. But wear those ballerina flats if you can't wear um your heels. You can't walk in heels. Don't stress yourself. You don't need to wear heels. Actually, there are a lot of um elegant professional shoes that you can wear. Like, okay, the next one is bring all the required documents. Do not forget any documents. Make sure that you certify all the necessary documents. Certify your ID, certify your degree, certify your matric certificate, and bring them along. And also your SACE registration. Yes, your SACE, it's required. Bring along your SACE, bring along all the required documents. Do not go to an interview without documents, right? And make sure they are all qualified. Imagine traveling all the way from KZN to Limpopo without your documents, and then when you get there, now they can't interview you because you don't have the right documents, or you don't have documents at all. You've wasted all the effort. Now your effort is just going to waste. Let's get these jobs, man. Let's secure these jobs. Show up prepared. Another one, number 7, arrive early. Arrive as soon as you can. That will make a very good impression. That will make a very good impression. Even after securing the job, you need to arrive early. At least, like, arrive early. Even after securing the job, arrive early. Yeah, especially if the job is not permanent. I'm not saying permanent teachers needs to be late on purpose, no. But you need to make a good impression. If you're someone who is in need of the job, you need to act like someone who is in need of the job. At least arrive 15 to 30 minutes earlier than the interview. And when you get there, I need you to communicate with confidence. Look them in the eyes like this. I know that sometimes anxiety takes anxiety can take place, but you need to calm down. You need to calm down, drink water, calm down, and show up at your best. If possible, take ashwagandha or any anxiety pill before the interview. I'm not saying you should take ashwagandha every day, or like take ashwagandha, be nonchalant. Like when you get there, you're gonna see them as your friends. I'm not saying you should take ashwagandha every day. It's not gonna solve your problems, but taking an anxiety pill for that moment is not gonna kill you. It's not gonna. It will be helpful for you. Another one, I believe this is the last one. Ask thoughtful questions. Please don't leave an interview without asking questions. Be like you need to act like you are indeed a teacher. You're a long life learner. Show up like someone who is curious, who's ready to learn, who wants to learn about the school, who is interested, who would love to be part of the school. You understand? One of the questions that you can possibly ask is, how do they support newly qualified teachers? If you're a newly qualified teacher, you can ask that question. Or you can ask, how do they support new teachers in the school? In the school, like how do they support them? Teachers who are not familiar with the school, with the culture of the school, how do they support them? Another one that you can ask is, what professional development opportunities does the school have? That's one of the questions you can ask. Right. And another one is, how are they planning to improve the quality of education in the next 5 years? Like they ask you, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? You can reverse the question and how are they planning to improve the quality of education in the school, maybe or in the next 5 years, right? Thank you for watching this video up to this far. You have made it up to this far. I thank you so much. Please subscribe for more information like this. In my next video, I will be giving you I will go into details about interview questions, like content-based questions and common questions, classroom management questions. Thank you so much. Please subscribe and tune in for more information. Thank you so much. Bye.